Hello everyone, how are y'all doing? Welcome back to the channel. Today, well this evening, isn't going, not even this evening, it's like, I think it's almost like midnight or something, so it's happy Easter. So a lot of things have kind of like been going on recently with our local conservation departments have been like closing. Like there's one north of me called Buck and Doe Run, it's just north of Canton, Missouri. um, I'm always kind of like wondering why this happened. Like, and there was another one. Let's see where it was. Uh, Ewing Lake that closed years back. It actually hasn't been open in a while. There's just multiple conservation areas that have been closing. Also, I've noticed that if you, the ones that have shooting ranges, if you go there to shoot and you don't bring, you forget your own targets. They normally have like a little board up with the information and pamphlets on there and the range rules and conservation area rules. They will be like a little thing, little cubby that has like targets in it, paper targets. They haven't been putting those out anymore and things like that. So like I'm kind of like starting to lean towards the feeling, the thinking that they're losing funding possibly and not able to take care of these conservation areas like they need to. I'm not exactly sure what the issue is, but these are areas that there's a lot of people like me. I do not own my own land. I was having permission to hunt a certain piece of land close to that, right across the road from that Buck and Doe place, right across the highway. Literally, from where I was hunting those people's house, you could see Buck and Doe Run. I don't, like I said, I don't own land. I have friends that do own land. Every once in a while, I get to hunt with them, but for the most part, I'm hunting different conservation areas in northeast Missouri, and I can't really afford to buy my own land like right now. So, a lot of people hunt public land, but if they start getting rid of public land, there was another place or two recently that has kind of no longer been open. I think the most recent one that I've noticed is Buck and Doe Run. They did auction off that big chunk of land to some people that are leasing it out to deer hunters, and so these people that own all this land now, they're not just giving people permission to hunt it; they're leasing it, and so people like me and you don't get to hunt there. I mean, if that's the place that you used to hunt, like you no longer get to hunt there. Some of the places that I hunt only allow bow hunting, so that means during rifle season, obviously you can't hunt there with a rifle, but it is a good place to hunt there. Any place that only allows bow hunting is a good place to hunt during rifle season if you're willing to use your bow to fill some rifle tags, because I mean there's not really places to hunt. So like I would definitely like talk to, if you live in this area of Missouri. I think that if you live in northeast Missouri, our conservation headquarters is in Kirksville. So if you want to go there and talk to some of those people, and maybe even with a few friends or write letters and be like, hey, this means a lot to us to be able to keep this land. If you live close to a conservation area that they've been talking about shutting down, um, that's all. That's really all that we have. Like we don't have all kind of conservation areas. I'm not sure if they sold Buck and Doe Run just to help fund our local conservation department. I am not sure. I haven't reached out to them yet, but I plan on doing so. So if you live in northeast Missouri and you're wondering why Buck and Doe Run closed, or another conservation area close to you, and this possibly in the same area closed, like I said, I think that there's another one that I have been uh, wondering about, like what happened to it. I just can't think right off the top of my head where it is, but I'm pretty sure there was another one that is no longer open. I'm not going to disclose the ones that I hunt at because there's no point in it. Plus, I kind of don't want to give up my spots, obviously. But it's public land, so if I ever walk there in the morning and somebody's got a tree stand next to mine, ain't nothing I can do about it. It kind of sucks, but it is what it is. That's why you have the right right now you have the right anyway. Hopefully that doesn't change. Hopefully things get better. But to better yourself, go to college. Don't let them indoctrinate you while you're there. and make something of yourself to where you make more money. I don't make a whole bunch. I'm just a welder. I'm, just clearing over, $20 an hour, a couple dollars over 20 an hour, and being a single dad and having to do most of everything as far as paying bills mostly by myself is hard. But I still get chances to go do stuff I love. I was gonna go turkey hunting this year, but turkey hunting is different than deer hunting. Turkeys aren't really everywhere. Like during certain parts of the year they'll move, but when it comes to like mating times and stuff like that, like right now, they have their chosen roost areas, and I didn't really have anywhere to hunt, so I just kind of didn't do it. I actually have a mouth call over there that I've been wanting to use. It's like, what is that thing? I don't know. I bought it. It was on sale. It's a Primos. All the turkeys that I've called in my life have been with a mouth call. But yeah, and I've shot them with a bow. I've killed them with a shotgun. They're great. It's great hunting them because you can hear them coming in. It's a good way to get a young kid started hunting. Just take them turkey hunting. Even if they don't get to shoot one, they at least get to hear them gobbling in the morning, and normally that'll get them hooked. That got me hooked. But I do think that the first time that I went turkey hunting, I killed one. So for me it was a little bit easier to get hooked, and I was in my 20s when I killed my first one. I think that I was possibly 22 when I killed my first long beard. It was a 10-inch beard. It wasn't nothing spectacular, but I was more than happy with it, and I'd love to get the chance to do it again. It's been a while. I'm 32 now. I haven't killed a turkey since I was 27, maybe 28. I'm probably 27 years old. It's been since then, so it's been 4 years. Hopefully get a chance to do it again soon. Like I said, I don't have a lot of places to go now. Actually, I was hunting at the conservation area closest to where I live this past hunting season, during bow season. And while I hunt, I'll always see other people's stands up. I don't bother them. I don't bother their stands. I don't go over there and mess with them or anything like that. I've thought about hunting out of someone else's stand before, but I was like, you know what? They might show up and want to hunt, and it's just something that I never could bring myself to do. But I mean, I guess you technically could. But the thing is that if that person would show up, they have the right to hunt out of their stand. They have to tell you to leave. But somebody stole my stand, so I put my climber on the tree, and I had all my conservation information on it, and somebody stole it. So that definitely is not going to happen again. I'm not going to just leave a climber out there. It was just really rough carrying that thing in and out of the woods all the time, and so I left it, and it got stolen. But luckily, I have old Trusty, and I hunted out of that one climber that got stolen a lot and never killed a deer out of it. But I have killed deer out of my other one that's just sitting right over there, and I've done good out of it. I've killed really big deer out of it. This one time, I was climbing down a tree, okay, and the sun was I was facing the tree, and the way that I was hunting originally is towards my back, so I was expecting to see deer behind me. But I'm climbing. Of course, when you're climbing down the stand, with a climber, you face the tree, and you turn your back towards the way you were hunting. Once I got about 3 feet off the ground, 3 or 4 feet, I'm guessing, because I was able to step right out of my stand. I think after that, maybe I came down a few more steps and then stepped out. I don't remember. But I heard this deer walking up through the woods behind me, so I slowly turned around and had to flip my bow trigger back out from my sleeve and put an arrow in my bow. I had my bow leaned up against the back of the stand, and I was holding onto the string while I was climbing down the tree. And so I slowly turned around and got it full draw, and it was a nice buck, big buck, standing there. It was the last little bit of light that I could shoot, and I couldn't see my sight pins. Well, I could see my sight pins fine, but as soon as I put them on the deer, I could not see the deer because I was focused on my sight pins. Everything else was blurred out. So I came over pulled it away from the deer and saw where the deer was and got back where I was like, that's perfect, and squeezed the trigger. I shot him right through here. Perfect heart shot. The deer ran about 20 yards and then started flopping around and whatever else. I called my dad, and I tripped over the deer trying to go out and meet him. And is my non-typical 8-point. Would have had a drop time, but it broke it off and broke one other point off, so it ended up being just an 8-point. But it was a really great deer. Really super excited about the deer, and that was on public land with that stand over there. I've had a lot of cool stories with this stand. I don't know why I'm talking about this right now, but if y'all listen up until this point, that'll be a pretty good, cool story. Let me know if y'all have any pretty cool hunting stories. Also, let me know if you do live in this area, like around, let's see, like Canton, Missouri, in between Hannibal and Kirksville, like on the Missouri side of Quincy, Illinois. If you live north of Columbia, Missouri, Lewis County, Missouri, Knox County, Missouri, Shelby County, Missouri, anywhere in there, Macon, Missouri, all northeast Missouri. I would call out more. I would say my town too, but I might have already. You don't know. So if y'all have some of the same concerns about what is going on with some of the conservation areas, like kind of slowly phasing out, I'm not sure why. Maybe you can message, comment if you're interested in getting together with me if you live in this area and you would like to go and speak to the conservation department. Like I said, I would love to do that with you, and I think that stuff like that makes a big difference, and it also gives you answers as to why that stuff was done. Like I said, Buck and Doe Run was a pretty big conservation area. I would say probably like, I don't know, maybe 100 and some odd square acres. I'd have to look. Might be 90 acres, but big enough for people to kill deer on. I've killed deer on small conservation areas that weren't that many acres, and it don't take much just to give people places to hunt. Even if you don't kill anything, you get to see deer and other animals and get to spend time in your tree stand. Whether you like to pray or just relax or look at stuff on your phone and look up every once in a while to see if there's a deer. I've done that lots of times where I've been on my phone and look up and how did that get there? And it's cool. It's a cool situation, cool experience. So, anyways, hope that y'all enjoyed the video. As always, like and subscribe. If you like the content you've seen, obviously subscribe. I've been doing a lot of videos recently on my Navy enlistment because that's in the process that I'm doing right now. But this channel is mostly for the hunting and stuff like that. Most of my videos before for the hunting, you didn't get to see my face. Now you do. I could have been doing it like this before, but I don't want to be like no type of YouTube sensation or nothing. I'm just doing this for fun. If I get a bunch of subscribers and eventually make money for doing it, great. If not, oh well. Years and years from now, if YouTube still exists and I'm dead, somebody will get to see me on here and wonder who that dude was. So, anyways, I am looking forward to this coming deer season, even though that we got a ways to go. So, all the way to September 15th for us here for bow season, and then November 15th for rifle season. And then after the 12 days or so of rifle season, we got more bow season. Like I said, I've been wanting to do some turkey hunting and get some more videos of hunts on here. I would have done some fishing this weekend because I got a really good fishing spot and would have caught tons of bass for y'all to see that stuff and showed y'all what kind of baits I like to use and all that. But my vehicle is having some issues with the front passenger brake that's just rubbing, and I'm not willing to drive it very far until I get it fixed. Hopefully get it fixed this coming week. Probably this coming weekend, maybe. I'm not sure. So, anyways, like I said, it is really important for a lot of Missourians and even in other states. If you're watching this in another state, which and y'all's conservation areas are kind of disappearing slowly, bring that up like at your local level, like mayors, even if you have to bring it to a governor, if you have a chance to do that, to do so. Even talking to your conservation department, find out what's going on, what you can do to help save. Man, I got heartburn so bad all the time. Help save the conservation area. So, if it's funding that you need, maybe you can help start some type of a fundraiser to help get them to their quota so they can pay their agents and pay their other workers and people that cut the grass and keep conservation areas clean and all that. We have to kind of play our part too. Things are getting kind of hard and everybody's suffering. So, anyways, thank you. Thank you for watching. Excuse my stuttering. See y'all next time. If you want to support the channel, the link to my Patreon's in the description of the channel. See y'all later.